right, welcome to another edition of Garrett's Tailgate Talk, coming to you from the beautiful mountains of California out here in the motherlode country, gold terrain. And today we've got Nikko Vellios. How you doing?
Great.
Good to see you.
Welcome to Gold Country. Welcome
Yeah.
back.
So you've been prospecting for a little bit, huh? Tell me about what you do,
Mainly metal detect.
Yeah?
Just hit these hills and try to find as much gold as possible.
Yeah, so I mean, you found some pretty good gold over the years. Did you bring any with you? Any pieces, or you?
Yeah, where'd that pan go?
Let's see, we had some right here, I believe. There we go.
Sit on it? Yeah.
Yeah, a few of your nuggets.
A few of them.
I've seen some of your photos over the years. You found some pretty impressive sized gold. So here you get a mixture of quartz with it, a little variety, or?
Yep. Yeah, these were found, all these quartz specimens were found lower elevation, spots like this, right where we're at.
Now you also work the water a little bit too, right? You can get in and do some of that, the wetsuit and all.
Yep. Love to snipe, do some diving, get down there under the water and move boulders. We can't dredge out here in California anymore, so that's the way to get it.
I'm looking at it, I see here, obviously, so apparently you do find some coins time to time, right?
From time to time.
Tell me about this little beauty.
So this is an 1849 U.S. gold dollar, and I found that by ditching Super Bowl Sunday to go metal detecting.
Well, that worked out.
Yeah. So
I've got an 1851, so that's a unique little coin. It's a beautiful thing, and it's not a huge signal, right? But it's a sweet sound.
it wasn't laying flat.
Yeah, on edge. Huh?
Fairly certain, yeah.
So for people thinking about prospecting, I mean, right now it's kind of crazy. The price of gold is all-time high, right?
It's wild. I'm afraid to sell.
Yeah. Hold on to what you got. For
Yeah.
What advice do you have for people that want to think about getting into detecting or sniping or doing some of this prospecting stuff?
Do some research on the equipment and connect with a good dealer. Absolutely. Find someone that offers training. I mean, we have a couple of them here that'll actually give you everything you need to know to find gold, because if you go out there and you watch people hunt coins and rings, or if you come from that type of detecting, it's completely different for finding gold.
I've seen a few of your articles. You do some writing for some of the gold publications.
Yep.
Seeing that you run the GM24K, you run the Axiom. You look like you got some experience with a pretty good variety of machines, right?
Yeah. I try to run everything. So I like to learn even the competition. Yeah.
So for people getting into this, you have the VLF gold machines and you have the Pulse machines. So where would they want, say, an Axiom versus, say, a GM24K? How would you advise somebody getting into this?
Well, generally, if the gold is not known to be very deep, I say start with the VLF if you can. If the ground is like this, where it's real red, iron stained and hot, and you just can't get that VLF to calm down, that's when you want to pull out a pulse induction machine. Bad soil conditions.
Yeah, so it's a good year to be looking. A lot of people are getting into it for the first time. So probably get with somebody that knows what they're doing, get some training. Any other advice for how they learn their craft? Or is it more just hours?
You got time, a lot of time. Dig as many targets as you can and just use your ears and listen. Be real aware of what your detector's doing. Put a recording device on your detector, like a GoPro if you need to, and go back and listen. When you dig that square nail, how did that sound different than that 22 casing? And once you pick that up, you'll be able to walk over those nails and ignore them.
So, some shotgun pellets or some lead, pieces like that, those are kind of good to hear what gold might sound like, similar conductivity, right?
Very, very similar. Yeah. A lead pellet will fool a nugget hunter every time.
But you got to dig those, right?
You got to dig them.
Yeah.
You got to dig them.
Any final advice for our listeners that are thinking about prospecting, or?
Everybody's hopping on board this gold train right now. It's another gold rush happening with the price of gold, and social media, people sharing what they're finding, people realizing, holy moly, there's actually real treasure still out there. I'd say get into it as soon as possible. If it's something you want to try to do, now's the time.
Hey, I think now's the time we get out here and try to find some on our own today. What do you think?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Well, hey, Nikko, appreciate you being with us today, spending a couple of minutes. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next time on Tailgate Talk.